I am Nick Shell, a certified Enneagram coach. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very obsessed with Enneagram. Hopefully you are too. Now, here's the deal. You know that this is the best book you can buy on Enneagram. I'm putting a link right there if you would like to go ahead and buy that off of Amazon for about 15 bucks. I'll also put a link on there so you can take your Enneagram test on Cloverleaf, which officially recently confirmed that I'm actually an 8 with a 7 wing, not a 7 with an 8. I am an 8. That's my main, is an 8. The 7 thing, that's my wing. So I also even put a link on it if you want to get certified as an Enneagram coach. I'll put it all right there. So there's your starter kit. Specifically, what I want to talk about though is the Sigma male. Now this was very instrumental in me understanding that I'm actually an 8, not a 7. Now you can Google Sigma male right now, as I did, but there's this certain image here that I was able to find that says Sigma male. A Sigma male is a man who is a lone wolf. They don't crave attention like alphas, although they get a lot of attention without even trying. Women are naturally drawn to the Sigma because of their capacity and self-sufficient abilities. Now, I'll tell you something. Certain people have mistaken me for the kind of person who loves attention. In my heart, I know that I don't. I don't need attention. A true 8 is happy to sit in the back and not say a word if they're not needed. It's only when they're needed do they need to get out in front of anyone. I don't crave attention. I don't need attention. I'm happy to be 100% just by myself, and that's fine. Either way, I'm good. It's only when I'm needed. But I don't crave attention. It also says they're born to rebel. They get a lot of attention without trying. They have a unique way of doing things. They know what they want. They like to live in the moment. It says they're hard to get. They love to have their own space. They have a style of their own. They have no expectations from others. They don't have close friends. That's always been me. I mean, even as a kid, a young kid, like I always had friends. But as far as like a group of friends, no. Like on a Friday night in high school, if I wanted to just be by myself, that's what I would do. If I wanted to go hang out with friends, then that's what I'd do. But it would never be like, hey Nick, you gotta come out with us, we're hanging out. If I didn't want to, I didn't. And I was always that way. In high school, specifically, I didn't belong to a clique. During break, I would talk to whoever I wanted to that particular day. In fact, I actually sold gum. I was a gum dealer, and I was, that's Enneagram 8. Where how can I make some money off of this thing? So I was like, I don't need to hang out with my clique. I'll just make money off of talking to everybody, and then I get to see everybody too. That lone wolf concept. Now, if you want to have some fun, on my channel, go in the search and type in alpha male. I used to make all these funny, silly videos pretending that I was this alpha male, like basically a wrestler. I would tear off my shirt. It was really goofy and silly, and sadly enough, a lot of my viewers at the time didn't realize that was a complete parody. It was a social statement. I would jokingly refer to myself as an alpha male. I didn't care either way. But what I realize now is, I know I'm not an alpha male, and I never was, and I never wanted to be, but Sigma male I've always been. And I've never tried to be. That's just who I was. So what I would submit to you is, if you are a Sigma male, there's a really good chance that you're an Enneagram 8. And if not, you might be an Enneagram 4. I could easily see that. But now I understand it. This is who I've always been. I've always been this Sigma male character, playing by my own rules. And I do things my own way. Like even at my job, I'm really good at my job. I have really high sales numbers. But I'm not so focused on following the rules. I'm focused on how can I get the job done the quickest. I don't care so much about details and rules, but how can I get this done without breaking rules? And there's always a way. I think that's something that Enneagram 8 will do because we're used to doing things our own way. And it's funny because my wife has said this as I recently realized, okay, I'm an 8, that's who I am. She said one of the most attractive things about you that I've always seen is that you honestly don't care what other people think about you. You will do whatever you want to do. If it makes you happy, that's what you do. And it's true. It's true. Imagine having the freedom to not have to worry about standards of society. I mean, yes, I want to make other people happy. That's important to me. But ultimately, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. So here's to hoping as an Enneagram 8 or as a Sigma male that you are, quote, a good person. And here, that you really do want to help other people. And let's face it, as an Enneagram 8, if you are going to mature in life and get ahead in life, here I am at age 41, you can imagine that's a lot of life experience. Well, what happens as you mature and become a better person as an 8 or as a Sigma, you turn into Enneagram 2, which is the helper. And that becomes your focus. You ask yourself, how can I empower other people? How can I enrich the lives of other people? And I'd say as an 8, it's not so much helping people, it's empowering people. Instead of doing something for someone, I would rather invest time in mentoring them, in teaching them how to fix the thing themselves, or fix themselves, actually, because that's a lot of what it is, self-improvement. I think 8s are very focused on self-improvement, as are 7s, and that's my wing. So there you go. There's a look at Sigma male. I mean, this isn't quite as popular of a term as it should be, but this is a really big thing. Apparently, we're rare as far as a true Sigma male. Not here to look to take advantage of people. Ultimately, I'm looking to control my own life and my own destiny, because that's how it works. A lot of people get caught up in my favorite sports team, my favorite political candidate, all those silly things that don't act. Your opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and I know that. I think that helps me as a Sigma or Enneagram 8/7 to know I do not have to waste my time worrying about things I cannot control. My opinions matter here, but they don't matter outside of my brain. Nobody cares. I can put on on Facebook, here's who I want to win the election. Here's my favorite sports team. Nobody cares. There's a gif of like Gollum. You should look it up. Like, it's funny. Like, nobody cares. That's the reality. But imagine, as an Enneagram 8, we know this, so we don't waste our time on things that don't matter. That's Sigma thinking right there. That's that loner there. Now, it doesn't mean you're someone who doesn't have social skills. Quite the opposite. I'd say being a Sigma is someone who has social skills, but also is a loner. And that sounds like a paradox, and maybe that's why we're rare. To be both a loner and have social skills at the same time, and to ultimately have a high level of confidence. It's not that I think I'm better than anybody else, but for a person like me, I'm hardwired to think me to have confidence is not based on my looks or my limitations of what I can or cannot do. I have a high self-esteem. I believe in myself because I believe in myself first. If you believe in yourself first, that you're able to accomplish things, then you can. I mean, to me, it's that simple. But a lot of people say, well, here's the reasons I can't. And then for me, I'm like, okay, I understand all that, but here are the reasons I can anyway. So let's talk more about being a Sigma, being an Enneagram 8. And by the way, you may be a female. Let's talk about that. Maybe you're a Sigma female. I know some. I know them personally. They're great. Let's talk about it right here in the comments, where you can check out those other links as well. Thanks for supporting my channel.